This is the Manfrotto Be-Free Advanced Carbon Fiber GT tripod that comes with a ball head. I've had it for about 5 or 6 months. I've taken it all over the world with me and it's really good. So just to be upfront, Manfrotto did send me this to test it out and review it for you guys, but I picked it out of all of their tripods because I thought it would be perfect for me and probably perfect for a lot of you guys. So I've put off doing this review for a while because I wanted to test this thing out and put it to use in a lot of different cases and be able to share a little bit more insight into those experiences with you guys. So why did I pick this tripod out of any of the tripods from Manfrotto? And the reason is because it's carbon fiber, so you know this thing is really, really lightweight. It's really durable, it's really strong. Manfrotto makes really, really high-end products, and it fits in my luggage. So the tripod that I'm filming on right now, the Manfrotto 190X, which I've had for probably 6 years, doesn't quite fit in my carry-on luggage. So this is a huge upgrade for me. It's 3.42 pounds, which compared to other tripods that I've had is super light. And I know that there are some that are lighter and smaller, like the Peak Design tripod, which personally I really like still. But this one definitely feels much more sturdy and strong when you're putting your $6,000 camera setup on it and walking away to do a vlog shot or a landscape shot or anything like that. So right off the bat, the size and the weight are probably the top favorite feature for me personally. So comes with this and this, nice carrying case. You can carry this around if you're not using it. Super nice, super lightweight, super heavy duty feeling. And here's how fast it is to set up. So you flip out the legs. Okay, they lock in. You can choose your positioning. So a couple different options for the leg position. And then we're just do the middle column. And we got one main knob. And if you need to change the leg height, these things are super fast too. No problem. It's a little bit weird getting used to compared to the clamp ones, but I've actually found that they're really nice because you don't have any little screws on them that get loose like they do on the normal tripods. So now it's ready to go. So super easy. You've got a adjuster right here, tension adjuster right there. So you can make this a little bit more hard to work with if you're doing like video or something, or just fine adjustments. You've got your panning knob as well, so you're still able to do those panorama photos, which is awesome. If you're into vertical, super easy, you can set it to vertical. So the height is 63.78 inches or 162 centimeters. And for me, that's about eye height. So sometimes there's been instances where I wish it could be a little bit taller, but for like 95% of the shots that I want, it's totally great. And on the low end, you can lower this thing to be 15.5 inches. So not quite as low as using like a GorillaPod or something, but if you're doing shots where you need that, you probably already have one. I've found that it is actually really, really stable, especially compared to other super lightweight tripods. Most of them are pretty like flexible, like the Peak Design one, and make you feel a little bit nervous walking away from your camera gear. So I found that this one is really, really nice, and I've even used it with my cinema camera, a C200, which is pretty heavy. Not that I would really recommend that because it just starts to get a little bit too top heavy and you don't want to risk your gear. So if you're using a really heavy setup, it's probably not the best for you, but if you have to, it'll work. There is this little loop piece right here, so you could clip on a weight or your backpack or something to really, really anchor down that tripod if you're out there doing like a time lapse or anything where you're nervous about your gear. So that's a really great feature. Or even if you just need somewhere to put your camera bag, you can use it for that. All right, and to keep this fair with you guys, I've got to mention a few downsides because there actually are a couple for this tripod. So, number one, it's not super discreet to put on your backpack. So I'm not trying to make this a versus video with the Peak Design tripod, but if you're doing street photography and travel stuff where you need the absolute smallest, lowest footprint tripod, I still think the Peak Design tripod is a little bit better just because it's so tiny. Like, you put this on the side of your backpack in the tripod section, everybody's gonna know you're a photographer. So you're a little bit of a target in my opinion, but literally the only tripod that's more discreet is that Peak Design travel tripod. But if you're taking this with you for professional photography applications every single day, I think this one's actually a lot better choice because it is definitely more sturdy and more safe for your gear. Okay, and the other actual downside is that there's no leveling bubble on this. So I'm not sure why they don't have one, but there's not. So I think you can get them as an aftermarket upgrade or get the one that like goes between like right here and sticks out, or you could get one to put on your camera, I guess. But I don't really use that too much. I mostly use the level on my camera if I need to. So not a huge deal, but I know for some people that's pretty important. And that's pretty much it. So I would highly recommend this to any photographer as long as it is tall enough, low enough, and small enough for what you need. I'd recommend getting a fluid head instead of one of these like ball head situations for video because you're just gonna get a lot more fluid motion with that, and you need a little bit more stability if you're doing heavy duty video stuff. But for any photographer, I think this is a really, really solid option, and it's surprisingly affordable for being a carbon fiber tripod. And if you haven't used a carbon fiber tripod for your photography or videography, it really, really is a game changer. Your level of joy is gonna go up like 10 times because you're not using all your energy carrying your gear around, getting exhausted and everything. You can easily carry this around, anybody could, and use all your energy for creative stuff, which is definitely where you want to be using it. So that's about it. I give this a 9.8 out of 10 just because of the discreetness for travel stuff, doing street photography, which I really like to do. I wish it was a little bit more tiny and discreet, but I do love it. So anyways, hope this video was helpful for you if you are looking into getting this. I know I've really enjoyed using it, and I hope you will too. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and otherwise, look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.